Hello everyone. In this video, I need to talk about a part of this course, a test that is part of this EBS course. It's called the Mastery Test. I think I might have mentioned this at the beginning of the semester, but it's basically it's more of an essay that you have to write that is required for you to move on to the next step in the kind of English writing program stuff. So, we're doing the EBS class right now, EBS 021. I believe that the next step would be to take English Composition 1. That's, something that we're trying to get prepared for here with what we're working on in class. So, yeah, there is this mastery test that you guys have to take, and, you do need to get a certain score on it to determine which class that you would move in exactly, but to, get through this stage and move on in the kind of writing program stuff that you're required to complete. So there's kind of a lot of information here. I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible. I'll probably have multiple videos about this in the coming weeks, just trying to explain everything to you guys, help you out as much as I can, and everything like that. So first of all, the test, I'm calling it a test. What it really is a timed essay that you're going to have to write. You're going to be doing this on it's going to be available from December 6th to December 7th. So I believe it'll, at like 12:01 a.m. on December 6th, it'll become available, and then you'll have until 11:59 p.m. on December 7th to complete it. So yeah, it's just basically they're going to give you a prompt. It's going to be a timed essay where you're going to have 2.5 hours, which is a pretty good amount of time. At least it's not. Personally, I don't like the fact that they're making you guys do a timed essay. As I've talked about through the semester, I just don't think that is what college writing is really about. But they are at least giving you a fair amount of time here. So yeah, you'll have 2.5 hours to write this. The other part of this is that there's going to be a couple of articles that I'm going to be sending out. I think I'm going to receive them next week. So I'm going to be sending them out, I think, before Thanksgiving or around then. I'll confirm that with you guys when I can. But there's going to be 2 articles that I'm going to send out to you guys. I'm going to post them on Moodle, and I'm also going to email them to everyone. And what you need to do with this is you're going to have to write a summary of these articles, and you're going to have to annotate them. I think I've done a video talking about annotation maybe way back at the beginning of the semester. I did a video, I think it was called Being an Engaged Reader, where I talked about, engaging with the text, underlining things, making like stars, highlighting, stuff like that. Looking for things that are important, writing like whether you agree or disagree with what's being said, if it's, like an essay making an argument. So you guys are going to have to annotate these articles, and you're also going to have to write a summary of the article. And those things are going to be due December 5th. So those you'll submit to me in our Canvas course, your summary and your annotations. For the annotations, if you do them electronically, if you do highlighting electronically, digitally, then maybe you can just save it. If you do want to print it out and write on it with a pen, you can then like take a picture and upload that, and you can submit that in Moodle, and then I can use that as the annotation. So you'll submit those things December 5th, which I believe is a Sunday. You can submit it before that. That's just the last day that you can, because the next day, the 6th, is when the actual test will be made available to you. And the idea is that you'll have read these articles, summarized them, and annotated them before doing the essay portion. So the other thing, like I said, it's 2.5 hours that they give you. The part of this, though, is that once you start the essay portion, you can't pause it. So you got to make sure that you carve out, 2.5 hours, or as long as you'll need. I could see, it taking closer to like 1 hour or something like that. It doesn't seem like it's all that involved. They're just gonna give you a prompt and a reading, and then you're gonna, write an essay and reference the reading and stuff. So yeah, but once you start it, it cannot be paused. So the way this is going to work with, like I was saying, how you need a certain grade on it to make sure that you keep moving up in the writing program stuff. It's going to be graded by 2 people, by 2 separate readers within the department. It's going to be graded on a rubric of 1 to 6, and you need a combined score of 7. So each of them is going to give it a score between 1 and 6, and those two scores need to add up together to at least 7 for you to move on. So if you get like a 4 and a 3, that's good. Hopefully it wouldn't be like a 5 and a 2. Hopefully the readers will, see it kind of similarly, I would think. Yeah. But okay, the other thing I should say here is, I was in a meeting about this yesterday with the head of the program and stuff, and they told me that they view these as very rough drafts, like the way I've been talking about drafting this whole semester, where like your draft's not supposed to be perfect. So don't stress too much about this. I know it's annoying, it sucks, and like I said, I have my own reservations about it. It's out of my hands. It's not my decision. This is the department and the college. Um, but the guy who runs the program, he assured me that they view them as very rough drafts. They're not expecting them to be finely tuned or perfect. I think they kind of agree with what I'm saying about, what we've been doing all semester with the writing process and writing drafts and getting feedback and outlining and revision and all that. I think the people in the program agree with me on that stuff, I think they're on board with that. So don't stress too much about this, but just do your best. Give it your best effort. Think about the stuff that we've talked about in class, the way that we've talked about introductions, conclusions, paragraphs, all of that stuff. So yeah, that's how it'll be graded. Once it is when it's made available to you, it'll show up as like a new class in Moodle. So you know how if you go to Moodle, I would assume you guys have more than just this one class. I don't know, maybe you only have our class. But when you log into Moodle and it gives you your dashboard where you like click into your classes, it should come up as a new class that will say like, Mastery Test or EBS Mastery Test or something like that. So once it's available, you'll click into it there, and then there will be instructions and everything. There will be the prompts. You'll already have the readings at that point, but they should be posted there as well. And then there will be a place for you to, click in and start the assignment. And then, like I said, once you start with the essay, you cannot pause it. So you want to make sure that you have the time, you get everything set up, eat lunch and everything, be ready to go before you get started with it. Okay, it'll be added as a new course though, and that's how you'll access it. We will do a practice test that I'm going to do, I don't know, sometime in the next couple of weeks. Obviously before the first week of December, maybe before the week of Thanksgiving or something like that. I'll post a practice test where I'll be able to use materials that were used on previous versions of this test. The guy who runs the program, he's going to provide me with articles, or just one article actually, with an article that I'm going to send to you guys. You'll do a summary, you'll do annotations for it, and then I'll have the prompt that was actually used on a previous version of this test, right? So hopefully that'll make you guys feel like prepared, and there will be no surprises when you're taking the actual thing. I will do some videos, probably starting next week, talking about how to summarize. I'll do another video talking about annotation, and then maybe I'll do one. I'm waiting for them to send me the rubric for this. Once I get the rubric that they're gonna use, I'll try to let you guys know like what exactly they're gonna be looking for, how they're gonna be grading it, what you want to focus on when you're doing the essay for this. So I'll definitely have some more information coming. But again, the big things. It's a essay, timed essay that you're gonna have to write. December 6th, December 7th. There's going to be these articles that I'm going to send out to you. You're going to summarize them. You're going to annotate them. That's due December 5th. And before that, we'll do a practice test to kind of get prepared for it. Okay, I know this is a huge amount of information. I wanted to get it to you guys as soon as I can. Please email me with any questions or confusions about this. Like I said, I'm making more videos talking about this over the next couple of weeks. But send me an email if you're confused about anything right now. And I think that's most of the information that I have for you on this currently. All right, we'll talk about it again. See ya.